Hello guys, welcome to another real estate masterclass with Mike. Earlier this week I was scrolling through my Twitter and I saw this post that the federal government are going to be revoking some COOs due to the fact that some property owners are not paying for their ground rent. So basically in today's real estate episode, we'll be discussing what is ground rent, what is this ground rent being used for, how do you calculate your ground rent, then what are the consequences if you default. Then meanwhile, we also need to discuss how can you pay for your ground rent, because if some of our investors, a lot of our investors, they know about ground rent and how they should pay for it, I believe they will not default. So basically, one of the things ground rent is being used for is registration of property ownership. Ground rent is being used to register your property. You can go to the lands to go and confirm your name, and also this ground rent is subject to review depending on the state, because we just got a COO for one of our property, and on the COO agreement it was stated there clearly that we'll be paying some certain amount of money every first day of the year. Let's say January 1st, we'll be paying it to the government account. So most times the price for the ground rent is subject to review after 5 years depending on the state, and also they will also tell you, okay, this is the particular time you are to be paying this ground rent. Another thing the ground rent is being used for is for the maintenance of government facilities such as roads, utilities, and also ground rent is also used for community service such like education. It's also used for like hospitals, things like that is what the government use ground rent for. So basically, who are those that pays for ground rent? Landowners pay for ground rent, property owners like developer, private property owners, industries, companies, they pay for ground rent, and also tenants in some cases. Some tenants will also have to pay for ground rent, but it depends in some cases. So basically, how do you calculate, and another thing, some of our investors may be like, okay, even if I want to be paying this thing, how do I know what I'm to pay? How do I calculate my ground rent? So basically, ground rent depends. It varies from 0.5% to 2% depending on the state. So let's say the value of your land is 6 million naira, that is 2% of 6 million naira. And if the land is 4 million naira, you could easily know that, okay, this is okay, I will have to be paying 2% of the particular value of the land you bought. So basically, what are the consequences when you did not pay for your ground rent? One of the things when you did not pay for your ground rent is you might lose the property. More like what we just saw now, that the government give property owners 60 days to go and pay for their ground rent. So it might lead to losing the property. Another thing is legal issue. Probably if people who bought from you want to perfect their title, they will not be able to perfect their title. And that is the reason why anytime you want to buy a property, even if they tell you it is a COO property, you still need to go out there and do your own personal research. Another consequences when you don't pay for your ground rent is penalty or fine. So let's say in a place where you are paying 2 million naira before, you might be told to even pay more than that. So how do you pay for your ground rent? Because a lot of investors might be worried that, okay, how do I pay? How do I do this? So in every state, they have Ministry of Land. So you can easily walk to Ministry of Land, fill the form for ground rent, then they will surely give you the account to pay to. Then you can go ahead. You can pay through bank, or if it is an online platform, you pay, and you make sure you are renewing your payment annually as and when you get the date of when to pay, so that there will be no issue of revoking of your COO. So basically, when you are buying from a company like a developer, so most times when government allocates lands to private developers like that, they already know that they are meant to pay for this. So you have to also do your due diligence when you are doing your search for your COO to confirm that, okay, I hope this company is not owing any ground rent. I hope this video is helpful and it will help you to make the best real estate decision for yourself and for your family. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification sound, so that anytime we post, you will be the first to be notified. Cheers. See you on the next one.